heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So David Haye he was a part of that announce crew yesterday when I was listening to the fight. But I'm on boxingscene.com and I will leave this article in the description box. Like always, you go to it, click it, read it, and then you come to your own surmise, all right? But I'm going to read some comments here from David Haye and I'm going to give my opinion, all right? So David Haye says Joshua's nowhere near enough to beat me. So I guess he's saying he's nowhere near good enough to beat him. All right. So he goes on to say, let me see here. He says, now this is David Haye talking to Sky Sports. He says, I'm working my way up the rank. Okay, before I even start that, he is scheduled to fight this fall against Let's Go champ Shannon Briggs. All right. We know that Briggs was on his Arnold Jericho undercard. He took care of business. They both took care of business on that fight card, although I was very disappointed the way Jericho, his effort in that fight, it looked like he just laid down. But anyways, Haye told Sky Sports, I'm working my way up the rankings. When I watch Anthony Joshua fight, I always look at him as an opponent. I don't watch too much what his opponent's doing. I watch him. His punch variety and the way he reacts to things coming at him. The more I've watched him, the more confident I've got. He's looked better winning his fights in style, but the way he's won them, I don't believe it's anywhere near enough to beat me in any way, shape, or form. I don't believe he's anywhere near as fast as I am. I could see every shot coming. I do a thing when I'm watching someone and I think he's going to jab. I'm looking at him and slipping the shots for the opponent, but the opponent takes them clean in the face. I don't see any issues whatsoever. I'm patiently waiting until he believes he's ready, because when he is, I'm ready to go. I'm not going to tell you how I will do it, but it will be done. I do not need any quality of opposition. I don't get hit. Vladimir Klitschko landed 2 or 3 punches on me. Derek Chisora landed the same. I don't get hit. That's my quality. That's my thing. That type of elusiveness is what gives me the big advantage against him. In my opinion, the keys would be my punch evasion and counter punching. I can see his shots coming and then load big power punches behind it. I don't see it as an issue whatsoever. I think he has some of those attributes he's talking about, man. David Haye, he can slip punches a lot better than Dominic Brazil. I'll tell you that for sure. Brazil showed a tough chin in that fight, but he couldn't even slip a jab. He couldn't slip the right hand. He couldn't slip the hook. He couldn't slip anything. And it almost looked like Brazil was just waiting to react. Like, that's how slow his reaction time looked. It looked like he was waiting to react, and then in the process, he still couldn't get out the way. It looked like he was trying to counter, but he still couldn't get out the way. Then he had his gloves open, kind of like with an open hand, as if he was trying to parry the punch, like catch it and then shoot a straight punch back, but he wasn't even doing that. David Haye is leaps and bounds better than Dominic Brazil. I know a lot of people give him give him a hard time for the Vladimir Klitschko situation when his toe, and then him pulling out of Tyson Fury fights. Now, with that said, and with that out the way with, he's still someone you have to deal with, man. That dude is tough. David Haye is a tough fighter in the ring, stylistically, when I look at him, all right? He isn't just going to be some easy fly-by-night opponent for Anthony Joshua or anybody for that matter. I'm not saying he can't get beat or can't get knocked out. It's the heavyweight division. But David Haye isn't some tomato can, all right? So I've been saying this for a while, man. David Haye has been trying his hardest to micromanage Anthony Joshua's career through the media about guys who he should fight, who he shouldn't fight. I've also heard him say he shouldn't take on too tough of an opponent because he want their fights to be bigger. He want him to keep his undefeated record. David Haye sees something. He's been saying this for since he's came back against Mark DeMore. He's been talking about AJ, and I really believe that he feels in his mind that he can beat him, and he has a game plan, and he has attributes, not just being big, like Charles Martin and Dominic Brazil kept saying that they're big, just as far as height and weight, they're just as big as him, so on and so forth. It's going to take more than that. I think Haye is a better puncher than anybody he's fought. Yes, even Dillian White. But I know for some of you fans, it's hard to envision that because you've seen Dillian White stun AJ, so it's probably hard for you to envision that. But just the timing, the speed on his punches, the punches that hurt you the most is punches you don't see coming. David Haye can pop. Better footwork, better technique, better head movement. It'd be by far the best fighter that AJ has fought if and when they step in the ring. Now, I came out with a plethora of videos about AJ. He should fight Wilder. Before the Fury situation happened with this alleged steroid use traces found in his sample against the Klitschko, the first fight. Before that news broke, AJ, he was talking about Fury, Parker. Wow, I mean, there's a lot of people he should fight. So this is a good thing for AJ because I don't want to see him fight a guy like Michelle Wallace or Edmund Gerber or Tom Schwartz. Not even a guy like Izu Agano. Not right now because there's a lot of big names and title holders that say that they will fight you. So let's get this undisputed thing going. But for whatever reason, if that doesn't happen, if Wilder doesn't happen, or he's not going to fight Parker yet, or whatever, Fury Klitschko's not taken care of yet, you have David Haye right there. Now, David Haye has to handle his business against Shannon Briggs. It's going to be an entertaining fight. I like Shannon Briggs. If he takes care of business against Briggs, Haye versus AJ is a damn good fight by the end of the year. I want to see the fight, so I'm just getting this out there, what David Haye had to say. I feel as if his word is a valuable word. He is one of the top 10 heavyweights that's out there. So I'm just getting this article out there. I'll leave it in the description box. You go ahead and read it. And he made some points, man, that, Brazil was getting hit in the face. He couldn't get out of the way of anything. You know what I mean? So I'm just getting this out there. I'm out.